Hey friends, welcome to this beautiful Ladybug Spring and Summer Kit. I'm going to show you everything we have for the kit, all the components that you will get that come with the kit. We're going to start with the frame. This is a 14-inch wire frame that we're going to use as the base. You're also going to get both of these meshes already measured and cut the size for you, as well as the ribbon tails, again, measured and cut the size for you. Aren't they pretty? Oh, they're so pretty and so happy. You're also going to get pipe cleaners because that's what we're going to use to put it all together. And of course, we have to have a bow, a very pretty one too, may I add. So let's start and putting it together. We are going to use our pipe cleaners. You are going to get, well, we are going to use 12. You're going to get a little more. You're going to start from the bracket. You're also going to use the inside two rings and wrap your pipe cleaner around it. You can twist it once or twice will be enough because we are going to put more elements on it. So do all the 6 brackets on the inside. Of course, I had to speed it up a little bit, but you can take your time. Once those are done, then we can go ahead and do the 2 outside rings, and you can put it in the middle. It's not gonna stay, but it's okay. Once we start adding the mesh, it will all stay in place. Okay, now that our base is ready, we are going to start with our mesh. So remember, there's supposed to be 12 pipe cleaners. We are going to start with our black and white mesh that you already have measured and cut for you. Excuse me. The mesh is naturally curled side up, but we want to put it curl side down. You want to curl in about 1 inch or 2 and then follow the center. In this case is nice because we have stripes, so it's easier to follow. But make sure that with the rest of your hand, you hold on to the mesh because it kind of tends to want to go its own way. And once you're done, you have this very pretty bow, but it's really going to be turned into a rosette. So you can place it on any of the pipe cleaners on the outside. We're starting on the outside rings. And you push it all the way down to the middle and twist it 2 to 3 times. And then go ahead and open up your pretty flower. See, now it looks like a very pretty flower. So we're going to repeat that all the way around with the black and white mesh. So go ahead, fold in the ends a little bit, hold it to the center, scrunch it all the way to the other side until you get to the other cut edge that you want to roll down a little bit and even out a little bit too if you need to. And go ahead and place it. Doesn't matter which direction you go, we are going to fill the entire frame. Don't forget to make sure, I seem to have lost my pipe cleaner right there, but don't worry, we got it. Make sure that you push it down so it's as close to the wire as possible, to the frame. So you can go ahead now and fill the rest of the black and white, which you have 6 of them. And make sure you open up your rosettes. And if you doubt, just turn it upside down and count. Make sure that you are using the outer rings of the frame. Once that's done, make sure that your pipe cleaners stay in place. We're going to move on to the ribbon. We have a very pretty polka dot 2.5-inch ribbon and an adorable ladybug in 1.5-inch ribbon. So the first thing you want to do, you want to fold it in half so we know the mark and scrunch in the center, holding both tails together. You're going to form like a V shape And you can go ahead now and place that into your pipe cleaner. Again, make sure that you push down and twist it 2 to 3 times. Once you have twisted nicely, you want to take your scissors and cut about an inch and a half, and take the rest of the pipe cleaner and put it under. And then you're gonna go ahead and repeat the same steps for all the 6 flowers you have. So the wider ribbon and the smaller ribbon, fold in half so that we make it even for both sides of the tails. Scrunch in the center, form your V shape, and place it onto your pretty mesh. You can twist it 2 to 3 times. And I like to cut my pipe cleaners as I go along, but it's your choice if you want to cut them all at the end. Entirely up to you. And once you're done, we are going to start with our red mesh, which we're going to fold the same way as we folded the black and white. Make sure you push it down to the base as much as you can and twist it up. We want the red mesh to be over the black and white mesh. And form your rosette. Make sure that it covers. Once we have all the mesh and ribbon in place, you will no longer see the base of our wreath. So go ahead, uncover your pipe cleaner that is now on the inner ring. Take your pretty rosette, push down, and if I forgot to mention, once you fold your mesh, you want the curls facing down. Spread it around so that it's nice. This style wreath, it's called a pancake wreath, which means that it's a little flatter. It's not so fluffy. So if you have double doors, this is the perfect wreath because it will sit beautifully. Nothing will get ruined in between the doors, and it will look very nice. So once all your red is in place, we're gonna go ahead again and repeat the same steps as we did before with the ribbons. But now I'm showing you a little trick that I like to do, but you don't have to. I like to spread my tails and I like to alternate my patterns so that both my ribbon tails can be seen. So I just go around and alternate them, my polka dot and my ladybug, all the way around. And we're going to do the same on the red mesh as well. So again, you want to take your ribbon tails. You have two sets of 12. You want to place them one over the other, fold in half. You can prep them all ahead of time if you want. So once you're ready, you just scrunch in the center and place it onto your pipe cleaner. Again, you want to make sure you push down, twist 2 to 3 times, and cut your pipe cleaners. And go ahead and fill all the rest of your tails, alternating the patterns if that's what you like to do. Once that's all done, make sure you take a look around again. Sometimes we forget a pipe cleaner here and there. So again, I'm alternating my patterns as I go around. Making sure that you double check that we didn't forget any of our tails. What I like to do also is use my fingers as scissors and pull on my ribbon. It gives it like a natural curve, and because the ribbon is wired, it really stays in the nice curvy shape. It's a nice texture. It's nicer to see all the ribbon tails rather than them being flat. And it's finally time for our beautiful bow that comes with very long pipe cleaners. And I prefer to feed my pipe cleaner through the mesh. That way, the mesh is serving me as a cushion.
Nicely. So I'm going to feed it through.
It is a little bit of a struggle, not so bad, but you also want to make sure that you are catching the wire on the other side and that both pipe cleaners are able to go through. There we go. Once that's all set, you want to make sure that you don't push your bow too much in. Fix your tails. Oh, by the way, friends, your bow will come all bubble wrapped. So keep the bubble wraps on it until after you place it onto the wreath. That way, once you have it in place, you have no fluffing to do. Once we twist it, I like to wrap my pipe cleaner around any of the wire frame, any of the rings. That way my bow is totally secure and it's not going anywhere. So of course, we are crafters and we like to fluff, and I could be doing that for quite some time. But friends, thank you, and come and check out all our other beautiful kits.